Peace and blessings, collective. Welcome in. I am starting out this channel with a channeled song, and I literally had to abruptly come sit down and record this video because I was in the kitchen, I'm in the house, I'm organizing, I'm cleaning up, I'm putting things away, and the song, High School Musical, may be a synchronicity for someone, but the song, we're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. If we're trying, then we're breaking free. Yeah, we're breaking free. Literally, it's a breakthrough freedom energy. We, you, the collective, those of you hearing my voice, the Lymitless collective, if you're a part of my collective, if you're listening to this, you're a part of my collective. Welcome in. If you resonate, but that is the sentiment. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach, and hopefully I don't get copyrighted for singing that. But that's the energy. We're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. If we're trying, then we're breaking free. Meaning there is no try, only do, and you're doing it. The energy is gaining momentum. What did I just say? If you're trying, you're breaking free. You are building momentum. Whatever you have been doing, keep doing it. Work through your fears. Keep doing it. This is not a game. This is not a joke. This month of October is changing lives. Life as you know it will never be the same. You are never going to have the same life that you had before this month began. Believe in the impossible. Literally, blue moon. This is a once in a blue moon cosmic convergence. The planetary alignments, the solar flares, the what feel like plagues happening around the world. Like, it's not a coincidence. We are literally shifting timelines, ending old structures. A fiery climax approaches. And in this world of duality, like, these tower moments may feel painful or scary. Literally work through your fears, because things are going to come up that trigger you. And it may be things that you thought you had already worked through, that you thought you had gotten beyond. But this is your sign, your confirmation that these triggers are only coming up because you've reached a new level. And that's why because it's an upward spiral. You're at the same point in the spiral vertically, like you're at the same point vertically, but you're higher on the spiral now. So now when you recognize these triggers, you're able to see them from a different perspective, and they no longer send you into lower vibrations, and you're able to continue to ride the spiral upward. A personal issue reaches resolution. Confirmation. If there is anything that you feel like you have been spinning your wheels, and I'm telling you, the energy is gaining momentum, continue to, it's giving not because you're not just spinning your wheels, you're not just pressing the gas and like stuck in the mud spinning, but it's like the energy of like priming. I'm trying to, what am I visualizing? It's like a water pump where you have to like when you're trying to crank the water out of the well, and you have to pump it, you might have to pump for 10 minutes to get enough pressure in there to really get a flow of water. But once the flow begins, you can't stop it. And that's why this energy is building momentum. Your commitment is being tested. Hold fast. You will be challenged. And I'm not saying that to scare you, but the end of a tough cycle approaches, and that is why your commitment is being challenged. Are you going to make it out of this cycle, or are you going to have to repeat it? Did you learn the lesson, or are you still pretending like you don't know what's going on? Because whatever it is, you are pretending. And this card just stayed on the deck. 4 of Wands. This is literally this is commitment energy. This is celebrated commitment. This is marriage energy. This is contract signing energy. Contracts that are going to bring you abundance. We have the 6 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. Yeah, you are being given, you're going to receive a plethora of offers, options, things that to choose from. That, how is this coming through? Because I literally just saw 444 on the time, and this 4 energy, because now we have the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. 4 may be very significant here. And 4 is that number of stability. Like when you think of a chair has 4 legs, and that's why it's able to hold you up. Um, what is this? Because what this 4 of swords energy is like this energy of recuperation. There's something that you are going to be rewarded for because you took the time to really integrate the lessons that you learned from some sort of past experience that may not have been favorable, ideal, or pleasant to go through, but you walked away from it and you integrated the lessons. You listened to your body, you allowed yourself to rest, and for that you are now being offered many options. You're going to be offered things that you never thought you would be, or you always dreamed of being offered these things but never thought you would receive them. Is how that's coming through. Can we get some clarity on what's coming through here? King of Swords. Interesting. So this King of Swords energy, because this is like the very like logical, very in the mind, very thought forward, like very like oh, maybe even some like overthinking energy potentially. And I think with these options, you're being guided to trust your intuition. These options are going to come at you quickly, and you need to be so in tune with yourself to be able to say yes or no, because there's some that are going to arrive that you are meant to say no to. And that might be, maybe that's the thing that's scary, because we said that there's like work through your fears came out. So maybe you're going to be offered something that, you immediately know is a no, but saying no to it is scary, because telling someone no, maybe you're working through people pleasing tendencies. This is your sign that your no is sufficient. I don't want to, or I am no longer interested, or this no longer serves me is enough of an explanation. You don't have to explain yourself. You are free to say no to things that you do not desire to have in your reality. You are not obligated to say yes for anyone other than yourself. And you will feel when that yes is a yes. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Star. Because this 2 of Pentacles energy is the energy of like going back and forth on a decision, but there's going to be an offer, and it feels like a new beginning in a relationship, and maybe even multiple relationships. And maybe some of these things are the things you're meant to say no to, because for you to stay in this star energy, to stay so closely connected to your soul, to your spirit, to this divine calling, to your inner compass, there are certain people that will see that light in you, will see that connection to your soul and want to latch on to it. And those may be the relationships you're meant to say no to. And the fact that these cards keep coming out in 3s, they say good things come in 3s. So it may be 3 yeses back to back, and you get to that 4th thing and it's like, oh no, I don't want this. But yeah, like be mindful of the new relationships. And that's not to say don't let them in, but like, when you let someone in your house, the first time they come over, you don't necessarily take them in your bedroom. You know what I mean? Like keep them in the kitchen, keep them in the living room of your life, in the places that you're willing to share, where you're not putting yourself out there too strongly. We have the Knight of Wands here. This is really a free spirited energy. You are being asked to show up authentically in every connection. Like all these new people that you're meeting, these new connections that you're making, start the way you plan to finish, meaning show up fully from the beginning. Don't try to people please, sugarcoat, or dim yourself when you meet these new people. Like they will either accept you for who you are, or they won't, or they'll pretend and they'll be found out in the end. 9/11 all the time as I'm saying that, and 9/11 has been a synchronicity for me, but it's like radical change. There are radical shifts coming in for you at this time. 4 of Cups, and that's that you're offering me something I don't really want. Like allow me to sit with what I have. I don't need what you're offering me right now. This card's coming out, this 5 of Wands energy, because it can cause resistance if you let the wrong, and that's the word that's coming through, the wrong people into your life, or if you lack the discernment or fall back into the people pleasing tendencies and stop choosing yourself, you are going to meet resistance. And that is going to be your confirmation that there is, energies that you've welcomed into your life that need to be cleared. So if you start to feel like, because you'll feel the flow, and you will feel when there is resistance in the flow. That's going to be an internal experience, Emperor, because you are the emperor of your own existence. Like, you get to call the shots. You are the one moving the chess pieces on your board. And this is that Aries energy, like fiery. So if you have like I don't know, if you have a personality where maybe you've been told that you're too much, or you're too intense, or you make people uncomfortable, or whatever it is, anyone who feels uncomfortable around you isn't supposed to be around you. That is your protection. You have been divinely protected this entire time. If you like that, this is confirmation for someone. Like, if that is a narrative, literally a bunch of cards just flipped over, but you know what? We're just gonna look at all. We'll take them all, because I'm seeing the Fool, the World, Judgment, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So these three cards right here, the cycle has ended. The judgment call is like the horn has been blown. Is this correct to be saying, but the fat lady has sung. It's over. Like the cycle has ended. And it literally, where was at the bottom of the deck, the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is the end of that cycle. And the Fool energy is that new beginning. This is you jumping in feet first. And with this, the fact that I'm going to put these, but do you see how big this energy is? You are at the precipice of something you've never experienced. Like, this is something you cannot put into words. You can't predict. There is no way for you to know right now exactly what this energy is, because you're literally falling backwards into the unknown. The Fool on this card, usually in traditional tarot, the Fool is stepping forward off the cliff. In this one, it's a trust fall. You're trust falling into the arms of the divine, and you are being caught as we speak. You're literally being, this is Source's hands holding you right now, but also this is the stability coming in, because now you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So these relationships that are coming in for you are also bringing in additional stability, like physical stability, three-dimensional stability. But we have this Four of Pentacles and this Three of Wands energy, which is like, it's giving, because the Four of Pentacles is and now we have three fours on the table. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Four of Swords. So 4 is definitely significant. But it's like a stingy energy. It's a holding on type of energy. And honestly, this is coming through like with those relationships, how I was saying, when you have someone over for the first time, you don't necessarily take them all the way into every room in your house and into the bedroom. Maybe you do. Like, maybe you live in a studio and your entire everything is right there in front of everybody, which is fine. That's fine. But you get to decide what they can see, because you get to clean up the house before they come over, and you can put away all the things that you don't want them to be privy to before they get there. And that's what this feels like. It's holding some things sacred, because usually, like I said, this is usually like maybe a stingy energy, or a miserly energy, but this more so just feels like keeping something sacred until you're ready to reveal it. But this Three of Wands energy, you're charting a new course, and maybe that's the thing you're holding closer to the chest, is like the plans that you're making. Like, maybe you have big plans, and you may have other people involved in these plans, but you're not necessarily broadcasting to the outside world. Like, your inner bubble knows what's going on, but anybody outside of that bubble is in the dark, essentially. I'm going to come in here because I started with the song from High School Musical. I did feel drawn to the Dragon Oracle deck, and I am going to read the book for this, because soaring, flying, that's what dragons do. They soar and they fly. So can we get a message of clarity and confirmation for the collective from the multidimensional dragon energies. Okay. Do I want to take all of these? I'm being called to read just this last one, but I'm going to read the cards for these. So we have Gold and Silver Violet Flame Dragon. Transmute the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace. And this kind of came out in yesterday's, or in the reading that I posted, I think 2 days ago actually. That you have a heart of service, and because of that you are being served, and you continue to do so. Continue to operate with a heart to serve those that you feel called to. Like, don't allow this holding everything close to the chest energy to trickle into your charitable nature. And then we have Air and Water Dragon. Helps you to connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, express your inner song. Yeah, like your gifts are coming online stronger. You are intuitive. Like, if you're listening to this message and you made it this far in, you are intuitive. You know what resonates. You know when you feel something. You know when you're receiving a message from the divine. Trust that and lean on it. Continue to develop your psychic abilities. Continue to turn inward and listen to that inner voice, that stillness, that quiet certainty that lies under the chaos of the human ego. And then we have the Orange Dragon. Bring soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness. Bring people everywhere together. That's that. Allow people in. You don't have to let everyone all the way in, but allow people to see the light that you are, because you're showing it. Not just because it's visible, but because you want people to see it. You want to be open in a way that, like, you're leading by example. Love is the answer. So lead with love and lead by example. And then we have Thor's Red, Black, and Gold Dragon. Protects you in times of change. A time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax. You are safe. You're safe. You're safe. I'm going to read this card, though. And it did just get, I don't know if it's dark for you. I know there's a shadow on my face, but I am going to turn this light on up here. I don't know what that does for the lighting, but I need to be able to see to read. So we have Thor's Red and Black Dragon. Here it is. I almost went right to it. During this incredible period of transformation, everything on your planet is changing rapidly. Thor's mighty red, black, and gold dragons work directly for Archangel Gabriel, the mighty archangel in overall command of fire, who sends them to any area or situation that needs immediate clearance. And we were talking about that fiery energy, that Aries energy, that Mars energy. Thor is the god of thunder, the elemental master of fire, and his red, black, and gold dragons carry powerful fire energy. For the optimum use of this blazing power, they connect with Mars and its ascended aspect, Nageli, Nagele. Nigellay, Nigelle, so that they can act as peaceful spiritual warriors throughout the universe. Guidance. Drawing this card indicates that you are ready to change a situation, circumstance, or relationship, or are already doing so. This is challenging for you, and the universe is reminding you that you have earned the right to receive support and assistance. Your guidance is to ask an army of Thor's dragons to clear the energies around you and protect you as you make this transformation. Then relax, knowing you are safe, guided, and supported. Thor's red, black, and gold dragons will ensure you make the changes in a way that is for the highest good of all concerned. These very hard-working warrior dragons consume dense energies very rapidly and thoroughly, and they come to you with dedication, love, and wisdom. So accept graciously what they have to offer you. This card is also a call to service. You are asked to send Thor's dragons to places and situations that need their protection at this time. And in this climate, all over the world. I'm setting the intention to cover the earth. And you can join me in setting that intention, but you can also send it directly to specific places and people that you feel need this covering. But just know that you are safe and you can relax, even though it may feel counterproductive, or I don't know, like misplaced even. Like you may appear so relaxed in the midst of a storm that people question, like, are you delusional? Like, what's going on? Don't let people not understanding, because it's the peace that passes all understanding. It is. And a lot of time, because that is a biblical phrase. It may be in other religions too as well, but the peace that passes all understanding, when you have that outside of specific structures, like when you're able to find that peace for yourself without having to externalize the source of that peace, people question that. There's a lot of people that can't grasp that because they need something external to reach for, to anchor themselves. But if this collective, and I feel this so deeply, has found or is so close to really grounding in the energy of being anchored in your own frequency without needing any sort of external what's the word? Because it's like the word, like, what's coming to mind is like an external vantage point, but it's like that idea of, like, if you're spinning around in a circle and you get really dizzy, like to focus on one point visually, but you don't have to do that externally. You can, like, eyes closed, you can find that point within, and you find the stillness and the peace, and you're able to relax no matter what the circumstance. I do feel like I want to get a final message. You know what? I am going to come. I don't use this deck very often, but this is the Mind Info Oracle. So this, I just want one card of a final piece of practical guidance for the collective, source guides, angels, ancestors, higher selves of the collective. Please speak through this deck. Ground, literally grounding. It's time, and that's that anchor. Ground yourself. You're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth. Go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feelings this brings. Like when we pulled out this King of Swords energy, that overthinking energy came out. Do not try to make sense of how this situation, this circumstance, this storm is going to resolve itself, because that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to resolve itself, but you continue to do what you've been doing because the energy is gaining momentum, and that is why you're about to be able to have this breakthrough. You're breaking free. There's not a star in heaven that we can't reach. But on that note, I am going to love and leave y'all here. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. There is a tip jar link in the description if you're interested in supporting the channel in that way. Tips are welcome and appreciated, but not required, and may anything you give be returned to you tenfold. I am wishing you an abundant ascension, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.